can number the days of eternity? Who can understand the depths of the deep blue sea? Who knows which way the wind comes and goes? Who knows why on a cloudy day the sunlight shows? The mortals trust in what created them. Even when it seems like a far-fetched dream. Though the elements may be boisterous, it still takes wisdom to obey the command to be still. And know that He is God.
Yes, indeed. On a Monday evening, Pastor Rob here with you. Background sounds of Miss Universe. He says, you gotta be still. Sometimes you just gotta be still and know that He is God. Be still and know that He is God. God in the morning, God in the evening, God in the afternoon. This is Jamaican Explosion, Pastor Robs, with you on a Monday evening. Background sounds of Miss Universe. Coming up on the International Evening of Praise on September 15, with yours truly, Pastor Rob.
Be still and know who can number the days of eternity. Who can understand the depths of the deep blue sea? Who knows which way the wind comes and goes? Who knows why on a cloudy day the sunlight shows? The mortals trust in what created them. Even when it seems like a far-fetched dream. Though the elements may be boisterous, it still takes wisdom to obey the command to be still. And know.
Yes, indeed. On a Monday evening, a very pleasant good evening to you. This is Pastor Rob. Just enjoying that background sounds of Miss Universe. And you have seen Miss Universe on the show a couple of weeks. And we're looking forward to having her on the International Evening of Praise on September 15. With all the great artists, that's going to be the International Evening of Praise put on by Gwinnett International, Pastor Rob, and Patamar Music right here in the Atlanta vicinity. And you want to make sure that you tune in, get your information on that, and we'll be having more information on that as we move towards that day. How you been? How you doing? How was your weekend? Oh my gosh, it was quite a weekend right here in the Metro Atlanta area, because I know yesterday Mr. Barry Salmon passed through with Third World, and that was I know everybody was going to that show yesterday. Everybody went out, and it was just probably a wonderful show. Yesterday we had our Independence Church service, which was the highlight of my day. Whenever I could go and praise God, lift Him up, and glorify Him, that's the highlight of my day. And we had a beautiful service in the city yesterday in Dunwoody. My God, Sugarcane were there, and we had a beautiful keynote speaker, and it was just a wonderful evening to end the festivities, so to speak, of the Independence celebration. We went all the way through 2 weeks, and we're still going strong, because this evening, it cannot be Independence on the Pastor Rob show on Jamaican Explosion unless we have a visit from Miss Tanya Lou. And guess who's stopping by this evening to join me on the screens today? None other than Miss Tanya Lou. She hasn't been here for a while, so I want you to give her a big round of applause. Here she is, the lady herself, Miss Tanya Lou. all
What
the
a
way.
one, Pastor. How you
Well,
doing, Pastor Rob, and your lovely viewers? Nice to be back on your program.
it's good. Always great to have you. Always great to have you. And it's been a little
It,
while since we haven't seen you.
yeah, since March, I believe, right? So much has happened since. Well, just before I came on your interview in March, there were so many Black History events that I was a
Yeah.
part of. And then I had
Hmm.
the Ring Ding Kids. I told you about them. Yeah, we were able to, we performed at the Montgomeryan Museum and for Jamaica Day at the Jamaica Foundation, Hamilton. And then right after that, we have this SEIU union. It's a big healthcare union in Toronto with
Okay.
thousands. I did two shows, Miss Lou style, but
Those
I,
style.
I yeah, man. And the Ring Ding Kids, I've been teaching these sweet kids the ways of Miss Lou, teaching them about the culture. And it's so lovely to hear them come on, when we're performing and when I go Ring Ding and they go Ring Ding concert time. And you remember those days? In
Oh,
Ring Ding, I was a part of it. And so it's good to pass the baton. Miss Lou, our mother of Jamaican culture, our
yeah.
symbol of ancestral wisdom and wit, international ambassador that championed the cause of our patois, our language patois, to make we feel good about it and
Yeah.
to give us such pride in ourselves that whenever I hear people hear about brand Jamaica, everybody know we are unique. We are great. We have rich, vibrant culture in songs and poetry and proverbs. And so it's just my pleasure, Pastor Rob, to be invited internationally to perform. And I must say thank you for the Atlanta Caribbean Awards and the
Uh,
Community Awards there in March for giving me that lovely special award in entertainment.
oh,
That
wow.
was so good, so I am deeply grateful for that. And then, when I came home back from the awards, I know I wear other hats too. I'm also a specialist teacher. I teach kids with
Hmm.
dyslexia. So I started to teach again. I do one-on-one for kids with dyslexia. And so I write their programs for them and
Hmm.
teach them sequentially with a multisensory kind of strategy. And it
Okay.
just gives me great pleasure to see all these kids learn to read and then they can go to school again and they practice what they have learned and they're
Hmm.
able to pass their exam. So I was happy about that. Then right after that, you heard I was off the map.
Yeah.
I
For a while.
wasn't well at surgery, but guess what?
Hmm.
Thank God.
Yeah.
I am I heard you say God in the morning, God in the evening, God every time. I
Yes.
have to thank him for his grace that I am back. I can sing and perform. I can teach again. And so I am happy to tell you that right after that, as soon as the doctor said I could go back and sing, the
Yes.
next day, no word of a lie, it was Jamaica 62 events. You see, like how you had your ecumenical service
Yes. Yes.
yesterday,
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
managed water and all that. Well, we did have our things too. Right after that, I think around August 4th at West Toronto Church of God, I
Yes.
was one of the performers, and it was such a pleasure to be able to do my Jamaica 62 poem and just be around Jamaicans and friends, West Indians, Canadians,
Yes.
people from all to the service, and it was good. And then right after that, Pastor, my dep on plane right to Palm Coast, the
I hear it.
United. Jamaican Cultural Association of Palm Coast invited me. Want to thank Ruth Gordon she's a longtime friend, but we haven't seen each other until she saw me on Facebook umpteenth years after. So I
Yeah.
went to Palm Beach, formed, and it was so good to meet so many people. Everywhere, Jamaica, they're everywhere on the planet. No
You know
matter
it,
where
right?
I go, there's a big population in Palm Coast. So they had their celebration pass, and it was bonononos. Was
Yeah, yeah.
awesome, and then I'm back. And then I think you'd be pleased to know that
Yes.
while I was feeling well, I was
Uh-huh.
writing.
Wow. Wow.
So
Mm-hmm.
I am praying. I didn't want to say anything yet until I came on your program, but
Okay.
I am hoping by
Yes.
September 7th,
Yes.
I will be able to have my fans and friends and family pre-order my
Yes.
tribute book to Miss Lou on her 105th birthday. It's
Wow.
called Ay Ay Ay.
Oh, I can't wait.
Miss Ay Ay Ay.
I
Well,
can't
I
wait.
did a tribute book.
Mm-hmm.
You like the name?
Yes, of course. Quite. As soon as you say it, I remember it.
Signature expression after every poem, and when she did her monologues too. So it's just going through the process, editing and contracts, and when all that is done,
Mm-hmm.
hopefully on September 7th there would be pre-orders, and
Mm-hmm.
on September 30th will be the release of the book. So prayers for me that it will all come together just at the right time.
And please,
So
please,
that was
please, please
one of my
remind us.
big ones.
Just
Pardon?
please keep reminding me, so I'll make sure that I keep audience abreast of everything. We'll be looking out for that, and we know it's just gonna be bonononos when it drop.
It's gonna, yeah, man. And it's going to go through her early years from a child, early years when she started writing,
Mm-hmm,
and
mm-hmm,
then all the way up to when she was internationally known, even after she passed in
mm-hmm,
2006. Her legacy is living on. So it's a book about its essays and poetry, and
mm-hmm,
also people's stories, personal stories
mm-hmm,
about Miss Lou. Who is Miss Lou behind that talented, smiling woman? She's
mm-hmm.
more than just an entertainer and a writer.
Okay, that. I,
You have that video of me performing at the West Toronto Church of God.
okay, that's that one right
Yes,
there. Okay, so I
yes, that's
still
when
want to
I
hear.
did Jamaica 62.
Yes, I want to hear a little bit more about the book though before I bring that one on. Okay, so you were still saying about telling me about the book when I kind of
I was
break.
just saying that there are going to be essays and stories and
Yes.
poetry. My personal essays,
Mm-hmm.
my personal poetry that I wrote with Miss Lou's name always. Miss Lou is my muse. I used to be on Ring Ding, man. Used to love singing. There's a concert there for you and me. There's a concert here today. Anybody who would be hooked to our TVs, right?
Yes, yes.
And other, there were the pantomimes. And as you know,
Mm-hmm.
in 1949, she wrote this beautiful song called Evening Time. And people thought it
Yeah.
was folk song, but she did write it for Bluebeard and Breda and Nancy for the 1949 pantomime.
Mm.
Remember Evening Time?
Yes, yes. Work is over now. Is that the same one? I could.
Sing a little when men are come. One, two, three. Evening time. Work is over now. Is evening time. Me they walk a mountain, they walk a mountain, they walk on mountainside. Make me cook some bacon on the way. Let me eat and sing, dance and play, ring ding on the mountainside.
Yes.
Catch up the water, pass me the gungo peas, rub up the flour, Sierra love. Feel the evening breeze, evening time. Work is over now, is evening time. You like that one, don't
Yes,
it?
man. Take me back to my youth days, man. When I hear evening time,
Yes,
I remember being with my grandmother up in the stony hills of Port Antonio, and just experiencing what evening time really means. Work is over,
yes,
it's evening time, and then we walk a mountain because you're still walking, to get to the place that you need to be, but it's evening time vibes, so
yes. And
always.
community spirit.
Yes, 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 yes. And then that
So
that when you start talking about now, the things that you make up, the food and everything like that in it, you know what I'm saying? So that really does. That's one of my favorite all-time songs, and I
yes,
really didn't know that it was Miss Lou that wrote it.
yes. But and
Mm,
it was Barbara. Forget. I think her name is Barbara Furland who did the music for it
music.
for the
Okay.
pantomime. Yeah, but Miss Lou did the writing. And I just, it reminds you of the days of Moonshine, darling, when everybody used to
Yeah.
meet under the tree.
Yes.
Community spirit after they work, whenever they come together and they eat, just like Dinky Minnie and
Oh,
Nine Night, the part of the song that say, "Come, Miss Claire, take the bankra off your head, me dear. Evening breeze a blow. Come this way, Miss Flo. Help down ya after you no be so burden, ma. Rest yourself at ease. Feel the evening
re-
breeze. The sweet feeling it give you, the niceness of Jamaica, the charm of
mm.
Jamaica. It comes out in that song. You know what I mean?
And
And
it's
we come together as a community.
And it seems
You
like
know?
every generation, there's an artist that makes the evening time over, because I am particularly like Mr. Coco T did a more
Yeah.
version. And I love that, because back then I was the DJ on the radio stations back there, doing the DJs. But
Yeah.
I used to love Coco T version of Evening Time, and even that, and he put it in a nice rhythm, and when you hear it, it just bring you back to Jamaica, man. It's all about Jamaica, and we work hard. As a matter of fact,
Yeah.
they say that we work 2 to 3 jobs. Okay, that's the thing
True.
that.
Yeah.
So when evening time
Yeah.
come, so
Yeah.
when evening time come, and we have to make it home now. You know what I'm saying? After those 2 3 jobs, according to what they say.
That's right.
Oh,
That
yes.
is
Feel
true.
the evening
We
breeze.
turn with like passion and we're resourceful. And
Yes.
and that is it. That's the
Mhm.
beauty of our culture. And that's why I love to represent Miss Lou and promote the legacies of Miss Lou and also continue to promote our culture, because what she is trying to teach us and what she has taught us,
Oh,
and
gosh,
a
yeah.
lot of people have taken the baton, is to love who we are, not now, but from history. Love our ancestors, love what they stood for,
Yes.
love that they created this patois.
Yes.
Miss Lucy, stir it and we blend it to a flavor. We
Yes.
shake it and we move it to a beat. We wheel it and we turn it and we rock it and we tempo it. And Lord, the rhythm sweet.
Yes.
And our ancestors created that language. So out of patois, it's the
Mhm.
heartbeat, it's the expression of our ancestors. And now we are passing it on. So we never lose the flavor. We will keep stirring it and blending it out of many one people and create unity and come together as one. And that is why I keep performing, Pastor, because let me tell you something. Before I am a Miss Tanya Lou brand, I am a God brand, as my friend Sharon
Okay.
said from Atlanta. She said, I'm a God brand, and I'm a God brand
Yes.
before. And what I love about coming on like your program and performing, I am allowed to express the essence of my faith. You
Yes.
know, the
Yes.
every square mile is a church in Jamaica, and I was a church girl,
All
right?
right.
A church bus used to pick me up on Kasha Park Road. They used to pick me up to go to church as a little kid. I always have my Bible. And I thank God for that blueprint, because
Mm,
with that blueprint, I am
mhm.
able in my performances, in my teaching, as a mother, 4 kids, a grandmother of a lovely grandson, a wife to my wonderful husband, and as a friend to you and all those all over the world. I am able, praise God, that I want his light to shine through me. So, I have a lot of talents, but I thank God it is through him. He gave me the gift of writing, the gift of singing, and just being able to communicate and love children. And that's another thing I want to tell you. A lot of people don't know this,
Mhm.
but I'm also a mentor for inner city kids
Wow.
in
Wow.
Hamilton. I've been doing it for a while, and I've been doing it for the city kids um, in Hamilton since 2017. And I deal with the kids from, say, 10 to
Mhm.
18.
Mhm.
It's called City Youth Mentorship Program.
Yes.
So as soon as they come from city kids, they go into the youth mentorship program. And it is lovely to to lend a shoulder, to help them dream big
Yes.
dreams, to
Yes. Yes.
teach them
Yes.
about boundaries and
Mhm.
friendship and
That's right.
faith,
Mhm.
kindness.
Mhm.
You're passing on, and they need us. So
Yes, we do.
as a Miss Lou, I am telling everybody, listen, you might not feel that you have talents, but all of us have something. And one thing you can do, man, is to pour into a youth. Pour
Yes. Yes.
into
Yes.
a youth. You know what I mean? So I do that. And of course, you have This Is Jamaica. Peter Grace is This
Yes.
Is
Yes.
Jamaica,
Mhm.
right? Atlanta Nadine Dixon, she's the secretary there, and you have our president, Adriana, and all
Mhm.
of that. And I want to tell you this year, I am still an ambassador for This Is
Yes.
Jamaica as well. And this year, we are looking forward to
Yes.
having children in Jamaica
Wow.
do Peter's poem, This Is Jamaica. I don't know if you heard the song that Adrian, our president,
Yes.
she's a singer as well. And this is Jamaica.
Yes.
This is my country. A son of this island, a daughter of this land. It is a great song. And
Yes.
and it's poetry. So the children are
Mhm.
going to learn this song. I mean the poem. They're
Yes.
going to learn it and they're going to perform it.
Mhm.
And we are going to judge them um in November. So now it's registration time, Pastor. So
Okay. Very
I'm
good.
glad I have your program to say, teachers, get your students, and parents, get your children to learn this poem. Go on thisisjamaica.org. You can register, and you will get the poem, and you're going to teach the child how to do it, and then a video will come into us, and myself and a lot of other of our ambassadors
Mhm.
in This Is Jamaica we are going to be judging on diction, creativity, originality, and delivery. So
Wow.
around November, we're
Mhm.
going to do that. And we have created some wonderful rock stars and ambassadors from This is Jamaica. Marcia Dale was the winner in 2023. So this year, no, we're going weird for 2024 winner.
Yeah.
And guess what we have? We have the little, we not only have This is Jamaica for the children 6 to I think 16, but we have the little toddlers competition from
All
1 to
right.
5.
Looking forward to
You
that.
should, yeah, you should hear them say the poem. This is
Oh,
Jamaica.
yeah.
Some of them that are trying to breathe.
Maybe,
Have you
maybe,
ever
maybe.
heard them before?
You maybe you missed me when I was down there, and I actually went into the schools there at Redwood Primary. I was down there with the children doing a broadcast.
Very nice.
Came back, yeah. So I must tell you, Miss Tanya, that when I went in there and I walked in that classroom was probably the very first time that I've walked into a classroom since I left Jamaica at the age of 13. So my head swelled big like a coconut.
Wow.
And then
Wow.
they I think I did play it back on this show at a little time, little pieces of it too. And Mr. Peter Gracie was advertising it on his shows too. They performed This is Jamaica uh,
Yeah,
for me
that's lovely.
and the Strength to Breathe. So I've joined. I'm waiting for Peter to send me my ambassadorship, but I'm kind of I'm watching
Well,
it.
and Adrian are probably listening to the program, but I am sure because I think Ralston Barrett, the
Yes,
public relations consultant who also received an award at the
yes,
Caribbean Award, he
yes.
is an ambassador as well. So Atlanta people are a part of it.
Pastor Rob is making all these ambassadors because I was the one that introduced Ralston on the show and so forth like that. So where's my ambassador? No? All right, I understand.
So that is going on, and of course, they just had the hurricane relief,
Yes, yes.
free back to school, free resources given to children in Black River there. That
Mhm,
was very good,
mhm,
because their footprint, they are really expanding their footprint, not only to promote poetry
mhm.
and to have children love who they are and love their culture, but they're also helping with community. So with the Lorraine J. Smith Foundation, along with This is Jamaica and some other nonprofit organizations, they were able to give funds and resources to the school. So that was good. I don't want to forget this. I
Mhm.
am also the Goodwill Ambassador for Jamaica Foundation Hamilton. And while it is in Hamilton, we have friends in Atlanta and in the US that travel to Ontario, Toronto a lot.
Yes,
And
yes.
I want to invite them to the Jamaica Foundation Hamilton annual banquet. You can
Yes.
look on the Jamaica Foundation Hamilton website for October 18th. Me say, them dress puss back foot, them have the nicest Jamaican cuisine, and of course, entertainment and the presentations are always good. We always have our Hamilton Police Service come.
Yes.
And as a matter of fact, Pastor, did you know the Hamilton Police Service chose my poem, The Bridge, and put
Wow.
in all their stations for Black history to help bridge the gap between the police and the racialized community. So you see
Wow.
how God is just expanding what I do,
Yes.
right?
Yes,
And
indeed.
why do you do what you do and why do I do? It is because we love our
Right.
people. We love people,
That's right. That's why
right?
we love our people, we love our culture, we just love we some Jamaica. We just love we some
Yeah.
Jamaica. And we don't do it for titles. and we don't
No,
we
no,
don't do it for recognition, because your work
no.
will your all you know your work will always speak for yourself. In the Christian world, it says that your gift will always make room for you. So that there we are.
That's right.
But we do it for out of the love of it, and when we do it for out of the love of it, that's when it's genuine.
Yes, and we don't only do it for Jamaicans. We
That's
do
right.
it also for the East Indians and the communities out there at large. I'm a Jamaican Canadian, and I like the cross cultural understanding when we share our culture. You
Yes,
know,
yes.
we
Mhm.
we learn to empathize and understand each other more, and we learn to live together in unity. So I love to travel. When I get a call from Palm Coast or Atlanta or Jamaica, or we're or online for different
Mhm.
places around the world to perform, it is wonderful
Mhm.
because you're meeting new people, you're forging new friendships, you're
Mhm.
passing on the culture, and hopefully God is using us, and I know He is, to shine His love and His light and to create the unity among the brethren and sistren around the world. So it's always a pleasure. I know the time you have your other guest coming on,
Yeah.
but how wonderful it is to be on your program. And I wanted to end with, you know, for the next time the Ring Ding Kids going to perform is
Yes. Yes.
September 7th. We're going to do a video presentation on
Mhm.
September 7th on Miss Lou's birthday.
Mhm.
Um, and also in Toronto, there's going to be the official opening of the Miss Lou's Learning Center. It was originally Miss Lou's room, but it's now the Learning Center. But one of the pieces I'm teaching the kids,
Yes. Yes.
it's a poem from her selected poem, and I'm only
Mhm.
giving you just few lines in song.
Okay.
Mouta
All right.
masila hear your mama da call you. What make you mouth so go long galang, hear your mama they call you. Your
All
mouth
right.
supply, you must no member say me they want you. Liza, kiba your mouth, kiba we mouth, be careful what we say. Right, Pastor?
Yes.
Remember
Yes.
that proverb?
Why,
Kiba your mouth.
Miss Tanya, I'm telling you, we can't give you no rest enough, because you see when you come back fresh, it's worries, it's worries,
God,
it's worries.
I'm looking forward to coming to Atlanta. Let me end with this. I am praying my song, me write my festival song for Jamaica International Independence Foreign Song Competition. I couldn't enter this year, but you see next year, me the fire. And I pray to God be in top 7 so I can just unleash the joy and creativity in this song. It's like it's the last song I feel. It's like it's the last song I think I would ever sing. So I put everything in it. Boom. So
Yes.
next year, pray that I'll be in top 7 and I get back on stage there. Whether or not I win or not, that's not the thing. I love to perform. I love to be in the community. I love Atlanta people. I go and get to see my sister Gina. I go and get to see my friend Sharon and Atlanta Nadine and all them nice people there. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to that, and hopefully I will be able to give you some good news next year, 2025, about that. So walk good
Yes. But you know,
every
I'm
day,
not gonna
and
wait
good
until
luck will walk with you. Hmm?
I know I'm not gonna wait until 20. And most of you are by Christmas time or so, because you're one of my regulars
Yeah,
here. So
okay. So thank you. And guess what? I will sing my Christmas song, Christmas Soca. I'll come on and I will do Christmas Soca. I wrote it on my album, um, Shades of My Heart.
yes,
And I'm looking forward to coming back and we share all time Jamaica Christmas singing, right? We
very
did
good.
have fun last year. So I'm looking forward to it. And God bless you for all you do on Jamaican Explosion and all your other platforms, Pastor. God
Thank
bless
you
you.
so much. And thank you for being on with us this evening. And Miss Tanya, take care of yourself. All right. Until next time, we see you. I
Thank
will stay
you.
here at Jamaican Explosion. Wow, good.
What good, Pastor. Bless you. Take care too.
Blessings,
Take
blessings.
care.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you, viewers, all my friends and family. Miss Tanya.
Yes, indeed. So there you had it, Miss Tanya Lou. We're getting ready for our next guest right here, and I see she's trying to log in here. Jeff Jeff Firewall. Jafia Wall will be stopping by to speak to me here about our flag ministry. And I see she's trying to log in here. And if you just join us, this is Pastor Rob here on a Monday evening. And this is Jamaican Explosion, where everything Jamaican comes to you from the Atlanta, Metro Atlanta area, going out to the world. Pastor Rob right here on a Monday evening, approximately as we speak at this very minute, 8:37, right here in the Atlanta area. And I'm waiting for my next guest, Jafia Wall, and I think she's in the process of signing in here this evening. And also, we have another guest, Nurse Michelle, and she's getting ready to come on right here. So we're going to go directly to Nurse Michelle and bring her on to the platform this evening. Nurse Michelle, here she is. Here she is. Okay, I want a better picture than that, though. That is
I
too
know
dark.
it's dark. It's dark
It's
in the
too dark.
car.
Yeah. So you gotta get into a nicer spot, man, because that is too shiny right there. Maybe you just need to angle yourself a little bit, a little better. And I'll give you a little second to do that, and then I'll bring you back on stage. Okay?
I wouldn't know.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Very good. And we in the heat sometimes at here at Jamaican Explosion, we will bring international artists in. We'll bring different people from different areas, but we also want to feature people from the Atlanta area, the Metro Atlanta area, who are making a difference in our community. And as we say when we give the awards out in February, we look for ordinary people doing extraordinary things. So I have with us this evening Miss Michelle, and I'm going to bring her on and say, yeah, better picture, better picture. I know she's in her car, and she's doing, a little bit better, but
I'm
a little better.
outside, so I don't know. I can't do any better. This
Yeah,
is it.
that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We'll just have to do it this way. So, Michelle, how are you, Nurse Michelle? But I
I'm
understand that
fine.
you do many different things as well. And as I was letting the audience know that you are one of our people that we peg in the section, ordinary people doing extraordinary things. And they say Jamaicans have many, many jobs. So, Nurse Michelle, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? In Jamaica.
I'm from Kingston, Jamaica, but I'm gonna go in the store where it's a little bit quieter because I do two jobs, so I'm always on the road. So
Okay.
I'm just gonna go in where it's a little quiet and less trafficy.
Okay.
And
So,
thank you,
so
sir.
I'm
Thank you,
gonna give
sir.
you about another 10 minutes or so, and then you log back on. Okay.
I can't do any better. So 10 more minutes are still on the road because I live
So you
one
still
hour
do it.
from my workplace.
Oh, okay. So all right. So all right. Well, we're hearing you and we're seeing you. It's just that
How
it's all
long does
right.
it take? How long this program take? I should try
You're not
to
going to be on
figure.
for the entire program. You're just going to be on for a good 5 minutes or so. So if
Oh,
you or if you want to come back and do the info review and another time I could bring you on, but you're already on the air. So okay, so go ahead and tell us about yourself.
okay. My name is Michelle Gordon Walker. Can you hear
Mhm.
me now?
Yes, we're hearing you very well. We're seeing you good too. Hmm.
Okay,
Go on.
great.
Hmm.
Right. So I'm the person who don't think one job is, I don't like to be bored. So I'll do um, multiple jobs as well as in school at the same time. I
Okay.
challenge myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I say, like I do my associate in public health. I'm a nurse. So I went to school for RN. Then I switched to public health. I'm
Mm-hmm.
supposed to finish the RN soon, but I kind of love public health. So I did the
Mm-hmm.
associate and I said, what if I do the bachelor and master's in one? And,
Mm-hmm.
still doing three jobs. It's not like I'm doing the school only. I have to take care of myself, you know.
Okay.
Even if I have a husband, I still gotta, you know, this is the genes in me. I saw my mom
Mm-hmm.
work very hard in Jamaica for me to go to
Mm-hmm.
school, and I take it to
Mm-hmm.
my advantage that I'm not coming to America and just be settled for just anything. I should work hard and study
Mm-hmm.
and go to the ultimate top.
Okay. I want to let my next guest, Jafire Wall, know that I see you. So just hold on for a second before I finish with Miss Michelle right here. Well, Michelle is one of the persons that is recommended to us for us to learn about her a little bit more in our community, and she's a nurse. And if you want to get that hairstyle uh, and them fingers done, I understand that Michelle is the person to see. Talk to me about that,
Yes, I
Michelle.
love I love my own hair, but I didn't know it's gonna be a plus for me. I do
Yeah.
everything. I do all styles, but
Hmm.
somehow when I love my hair, it become a trend. In everybody have dreadlock, everything. So when I say I love my own hair, everybody
Hmm.
want me to love the hair. I also have a shop, so the two nursing job, and I go to the shop and I'm non-tradition hours. So it's not going to
Hmm.
be 9 to 5. It's not going to be those kind of shop hours. I work to the client schedule. So if the
Hmm.
person leave work 7 o'clock, trust me, I will be there for them. So it's a non-traditional hours. And it worked very good for me. The client, new client, everyone was amazed by how I set up myself. I'm also mobile. So I'm
Okay.
mobile with the community. I take care of the seniors here. I don't charge them. I don't charge no seniors. I go
Wow.
and do their hair. You know why? Because they are able to come out to do their hair. And there's somebody. I just feel that once a month, twice a child, inside of them, they still need love and attention. So I'll do that. Because sometimes the family, if I'm but like, I don't know if I'm gonna have money next week to do my mom here. Those kind of thing. I don't buy those excuses. You see, my mom is dead and my father is alive. But at the
Mhm.
same time, I don't want money to be the barrier for someone's happiness. God give me the gift to do here. I use
Mhm.
that gift to treat the seniors for
Mhm.
free.
Mhm. Okay. Yes. So, I think that's very commendable that you would extend the courtesies to the seniors, and that is why we have you here, because that's what makes the things that you do, Michelle, extraordinary. Because
Thanks.
you're ordinary people doing extraordinary things, and that's when you do those kind of things. Because people are so money hungry that they'll charge
Hey,
anybody anything. But somebody got to look out for the seniors. Somebody got to look out for those that are that sometimes just don't have it. And we get older, sometimes a older person might want to fix themselves up, but they just don't have the money.
exactly. Yeah.
And
Mhm.
you provide that service, and we want to commend you on that, for doing that. And
Thank
then
you.
along with that, also being a nurse.
Yes, I also do motivational speech for
Okay.
domestic violence, and
Okay.
that I don't charge for either. You know
Yes.
why I don't charge for that? Because sometimes people are getting abused. They held it inside. They're afraid to tell others. And what if they don't have the money to
Yeah.
hear my story or to bring them out or to get help for themselves? That's
Hmm.
another thing. And I think God saved me from all those years of abuse for me to tell my story. So I don't go motivational speech is not charge. Even when I went to Tyler Perry business meeting, and everybody there to document, right, noted everything what they could do to get more money from their own lifestyle that God saved them from. I said, I can never do that. And
Mhm.
another lady, she was from North Carolina, she said, how much do you charge for the motivational speech? I said, I don't charge. The lady walk away from me because this is foolishness. Why wouldn't you charge? So she go to my friend who charge. She charge. And
Mhm.
but she doesn't do domestic violence. She do other stuff. But I do domestic violence. So when she
Mhm.
went to her, she tell her whatever she telling her, she get feel interested. But I know one thing, she is so, it's so, it's down on her. Why you don't charge? So she came back to me and she said, I really want to find out why you don't charge. And I told her I could save somebody's life for free when they self don't have any money to pay. And I don't think I need to be rich from what God take me from. That is
Oh,
not my motive. My motive is to save lives. My motive is not to be rich. Who put money in the grave with them? Nobody. Exactly. So why do I need to charge people to help them? Nobody helped me. Domestic violence was never in the early 90s. I mean, there's no shelter. It was overlooked. Many women were abused and no help.
mhm.
So to tell my story, why I want to, charge. I don't even know how to charge anyway, because I'm the most reasonable hairdresser ever. Even
Oh,
though I know the real price, I work with others' budget. And I just think that God bless me for me to get other family members because I'm reasonable with one, the one send one, the other one send one, and I end up with a lot.
mhm.
So I always think money is not everything, even though I know people who charges, but
Mhm.
I prefer do my speech for free.
Yes, 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 yes. And if someone wanted to, for example, the amazing Michelle Ear and Neil
Yeah.
salon, how could they get in touch with you?
I'm on Instagram, Amazing Michelle One. I also have a business number 678-368-3896. I'm also on Facebook of Amazing Barber Hair
Mhm.
and Nail Care because I do barbering. And when I did the first name on Facebook, I couldn't able to change back the name to Amazing Michelle. So I just leave Amazing because I'm always a barber. I cut hair as well. I have a few female that I cut hair.
Mhm.
As a matter of fact, that in the 80s, there was no clipper. So I
Mhm.
started cutting hair with scissors only. So
Mhm.
there was no clipper. So as we get in technology, we use clipper now, but I still have a little grounded root with scissors as well. I only work in barber shop, so any female be sensitive around other male. I work in the back of the barber shop. I cannot work in a traditional hairdressing salon with females because it tends to have a little tanglement sometimes. I don't know why. Because I'm a woman, I'll stop at nothing. There's no way I'm just going to be a hairdresser. I always promise myself to push myself to the ultimate limit. So I'm
Mhm.
a nurse, I'm a public health, I'm a hairdresser. I do speeches, counseling. I and I'm still going back to school November for my doctorate in public health. Sooner or later, I may be the next CDC director, Jamaican in the place. How about that?
Okay, that's good. Good aspirations right there. But if we have a young lady that's listening right now to you, and they want to get started in the hairdressing business or the nail business or so forth like that, what advice would you give that person?
They should follow their dreams. If they love to do hair, I'm around a lot of young girls in church that love doing hair, but
Mhm.
always have something to fall on
Mhm.
because even though that could be a gift, it's also a competitive world. It may not be as competitive as nursing, but it's to get customer to come to you and to be steady with you. Now
Mhm.
your bills will be coming all the time. If you don't have any bills and you live with your parents, you still have clothes or whatever to take care of yourself with. So
Mhm.
always try to, you could go. I can't tell someone to do only hairdressing because I'm not just hairdressing. Because
Mhm.
if a client doesn't show up, you don't get any money unless you work for salary. And
Mhm.
that's another thing too. If you work for salary, keep in mind that over time you're gonna find out that the person who own the business is the one who get most of the money. So as you go along, you're gonna be want to be on your own. So just be steadfast in your dream and what you want to do, and you will be successful. But you have to go out and sell yourself, not sell yourself like sell your body, but you have to be outspoken like me, speak. Because no one gonna know about you unless you go out and sell yourself. Go on Instagram, go on YouTube, show your product if you want to sell product with your hairstyle. You know, versatile. So some people only know to braid and nothing else. Some people know to dreadlock and nothing else. I know to do everything. So keep in mind, go to ear show, know more style. Always wanna like hungry to learn new styles. You
Oh,
know, if you want to be a nurse, that's okay. It's always out there for you. Take baby step if you have to, medical assistant, go up to LPN to RN if you want. You can,
mhm.
if you're young and live with parents, shoot for the sky. It's always an open road out there, and there's nothing to stop you but yourself.
Okay, Michelle. So yeah, yeah. So there we have it with us this evening here on Jamaican Explosion, Michelle Gordon Walker, and she's our ordinary person doing extraordinary things today on the program, and I'm so glad that she could just stop by here and just drop some knowledge on us and on the younger ladies and so forth like that, and she's a proud Jamaican, of course. And how long
Yes,
have you
I
been in the,
am.
yes, how long have you been in away from Jamaica? How long have you been in the States?
I've been in America from 1988. Yes, my accent is strong. I try to shake it, it never go anywhere. But I've been here from before, a little bit before Gilbert.
Okay, all
Mhm.
right. Mm-hmm.
And I've been and I walk the walk. There's nothing surprising in America for me. I
Mm-hmm.
know how to survive. I was the only one out of my siblings and family come to America. I was no way. I have a grandfather at the time when I came here, but I didn't know him. So my whole comfort zone was in Jamaica. So
Yes.
I learned over time how to survive, and it wasn't a nice road yet. Who would tell you it's nice? But at
Mm.
the same time, there's God. He never leave my side.
Praise
And
God.
if I was a stubborn child, I would have missed his calling. In everything that I'm doing, there was a sign before it happened. And I thank God today to be talking to you and to talking to others that you will never make it alone without God. You never make it alone, no matter how much people put him on the burner like, no, there's no young people may not strong, some young people. But there's always an insight. God always put you to a level where you're gonna recognize him. No matter if your parents tell you and you go your own way, you're gonna come back to him. He's gonna guide you, he's gonna take you there. It never says it's gonna be easy. Nobody said that. But you gotta be willing. You gotta willing to learn. You gotta willing to take talents. The old folks or seniors are there to help you too. Because trust me, if I wasn't close to so much old people, maybe I wouldn't have the wisdom, the insight, to know what's going on. Because I always have respect to my elders. I grow up like that. Even when
Yeah.
you take bus to Jamaica, you can't sit down and old people stand up. You can't do that. They
All
gotta sit down
right.
and you stand up. So I grew up an old school way. My
That's
mother is from the country, my father from the country, but I grew in Kingston. But yet still, even though I'm a city girl, I grew with the old folks, the old country ways,
yeah.
everything how to survive. I'm a survival child, and I will always be a survivor.
Okay.
Because my mentality is always yearning to get higher, to get more. I have four adult children in America, and they don't have half of the mentality like me to push. Why? Because they're born in America and this is what happened. They not everybody have the push, the drive. But
Yes.
because I'm coming from a poor country, my area, neighborhood, I'm the only one that come from my neighborhood to America. So every time I go down, I give back. I support so much people from my own neighborhood. Why?
Mm,
Because I have to remember where I'm coming from. If you
mm.
always remember where you're coming from, you will not be regretted. You could never regret it because God will keep on blessing you. Don't throw a stone behind you. Keep on going.
Okay. And I have someone on the line that says uh big up to you in the chat overlay. I just turned the chat on right here. Uh okay. I remember evening time. Okay, that's somebody else right there. Okay. Somebody say amazing, Nurse
I am
Michelle.
amazing.
Yeah,
Yes, I
okay.
am amazing.
Okay, and it comes from Gardalina Marriott. Do you know that person?
Geraldine. Yes, I
Geraldine.
know her.
Okay, and she says, big up's going out there.
Yeah, she's my graphic designer. She do all my graphic work. Everything that I'm doing for the seniors or for the community or for church, all my business cards, she do it. She even do immigration paperwork for me and she do it for others as well. She is so gifted. She should be on this line because she is so gifted.
Okay, wow, wow. Michelle, it's just been a pleasure having you on with us this evening at Jamaican Exposure. And this section I entitled it Ordinary People Doing Extraordinary Things. And, sometimes the talk show hosts and so forth like that, we reach out and we get some folks that have been big singers and those that have been big entertainers. But when we have folks that are doing great things and they're just nurses, hairdressers, and so forth like that. Those are the people that I like to feature on Jamaican Explosion here. So it's good that you are able to be with me this evening and just name a few of the children and grandchildren. Just shout them out right quick.
Yes, I want to shout out to my daughters and my son, Felicia, Vanicia, Kellyanne, and Adonis. I want to shout out to Nia. I want to shout out to my good friend, Simone. That's my adopted daughter. I want to shout out to Geraldine. I want to shout out to my husband, Trevor Walker. I also want to shout out to everybody from my church district, from Jamaica, everybody that know me.
Okay,
I
wow.
have a grandson and a granddaughter here in America, and I have three grandchildren in Jamaica to my husband's side. So there you go.
Okay. All right. So we're going to thank you again, and we're going to have you back at just follow up with you and see how you're doing as time go
Okay.
by. But thank you for stopping by Jamaican Explosion this evening, Michelle Gordon Walker, and once again, we want to let them know if they want the ear do and if they want the nails done, where they can get Michelle because I know that she does top notch work. Okay.
Okay, here is I 854 Buford Drive. There's a barber shop named Trinity Barber Shop. That's where I do home base. But otherwise from that, I'm mobile. My number is 678-368-1151.
Hmm.
And it's always appointment with me because I do so many jobs that I have to make appointment to make sure I get your divided time, your quality time.
Okay. Wow. All right. So there you have it, folks. Michelle with us at Jamaican Explosion today, and we want to wish her all the best in all our endeavors, and just make sure you get some rest, and every couple of months you take some time off to go to travel back down to Jamaica, and
Yes, I'm going back for November to have my mother memorial. I want to do it in the neighborhood, a Jamaican style, not really sit down and think. Why? Because the community was there for my mom when she had cancer. And I
Mhm.
want to give back to the community in a different way. So the people who sell the juice, I want them to do juice. The people that who cook in the neighborhood, I want to cook for it. I'm not going to this restaurant and sit down like I always do for wedding dancer. I'm doing it straight back, give back to the community. So whatever they're doing, that's what they're gonna do, and it's all gonna be free in the community. But I'm paying them to do it, like buy the drink and pay them for the food and everything. So give away free, no benefit. I don't need the money. This is a give back time.
Yes, love that, Michelle. All right, yeah. So we're gonna wish you all the best, and then looking forward to having you back here on Jamaican Explosion at some other time. Okay, so take care of yourself, and as we say here at the Jamaican Explosion, walk good. Okay.
Yes, thank
All
you.
right.
You too.
All right.
Walk
Good,
good.
Michelle. All right.
Take care.
Yes,
Bye
indeed,
bye.
folks. Yes, indeed. Yes, you're in tune to Jamaican Explosion, and that section there I entitled "Ordinary People Doing Extraordinary Things," because every now and then you gotta look out and just get some ordinary people. You don't gotta be no superstar. Say as I believe that song said back in the past, you don't have to be a star maybe to star in my show. So you don't have to be a star to star on a Jamaican Explosion here with Pastor Rob. All you gotta do is just do extraordinary things through the love, through love. Through the gifts that God has endowed you with, yeah, get to Pastor Rob, man. If you have a story to tell, guess what? I will I'll make sure that it's been told. Okay, so yes, indeed, and it is indeed a Jamaican Explosion here with you on a Monday evening. And earlier today, I noticed I didn't have the chat overlay on, but while Miss Tanya Lou was on, Mr. Peter Gracie had typed in congratulations on the bridge, and also Mr. Peter Gracie's comment, as you could see it up on the screen, was "Brat brat, Miss Ambassador, thank you for your services. Love you both." Okay, so Mr. Peter Gracie, keep on doing what you're doing, sir, and you are always doing great things. And I said, this is a good day. This is a good day, Mr. Peter Gracie. This is a good day to be a Jamaican. It's a good day to be alive. It's just a good day. It's a good day to have a Jamaican Explosion show. It's a good day to have all the guests that I have with me on today. Mr. Peter Gracie, good evening, sir. Also, I had a comment here that came in from Simone Evans, and she says, "I remember evening time," as me and Miss Tanya Lou was speaking this evening about that song, Evening Time, which she actually told me was written, because I had no idea that it was written by Miss Louise Bennett. Yes, indeed. This is a Pastor Rod here, and this is a Jamaican Explosion. Glad you could join me this evening. A few pressing things, not really pressing, but things that I do want to bring to your attention this evening while I'm on the here. And let me get into get into some into my studio box right here and bring up a few things that will be taking place within the Atlanta area. And I want for everyone to let me put it up here. International Evening of Praise taking place in the Atlanta area on September 15th. And I want for you to make it a date. And I don't want you to forget about this event that's coming here, where I will feature some of the upcoming artists within the Atlanta here, the gospel artists, of course. We have to do something for the gospel reggae artists and just regular gospel artists. I want to bring those folks to your attention. Okay, let me hold off for a second, and I'm going to be sharing that with you right here. This is Pastor Rob, Jamaican Explosion, and it's just been my pleasure to be with you here on this Monday evening. I know many of you are watching the first night of the Democratic the Democrat convention that's going on, and we're going to be in prayer that the best person win. And we know who the best person is. Okay. All right. So we're going to leave it at that right here. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We're just having a lot of fun this evening. And I want to bring this to your attention right here, okay? And so listen up as I play this one back for you. This is a little a big up to Universe and the Patamar crew. And as we get ready and get in preparation for the International Evening of Praise.
International Church with Pastor Rob, in association with Patamar Music, presents our first annual International Evening of Praise, Sunday, September 15th, 2024 at 4 p.m. This Evening of Praise will be held at the Caribbean Live Studios, 6254 Memorial Drive, Suite C, Stone Mountain, Georgia, featuring artists such as Rohan Clark, Professor Roach, Why Not the Paul, Universe, Khalil Ross, Renela Blue, Ja Wall of Fire, Next Level Praise Team, Ann Williams, Daughters of Zion Praise and Worship, Sharon Edmondson, and Doxology. Admission only $20. Refreshment on sale. Catering by Sweet Julie Mango Cafe. For more information, please contact 770-276-8077 or 706-351-8276. This is a TCBM production. You don't want to miss this International Evening of Praise. So see you there.
Yes, indeed. So this is Pastor Rob here, and I'm trying to get my next guest to call in. She tried to log in here earlier on, and she was having a little some little connection problem. But I want to get her on if I can get her on by phone, so you could get a chance to meet her. If not, then we'll just continue this evening with the program. And I'm not going to go too long this evening, as everyone has had a great, I think, a great last 2 weeks of celebrating the Jamaica independence and so forth. And we just want to keep the spirit going. Even though we're heading into September, there are many great Caribbean shows that will be coming around in the, September. Of course, we have that Labor Day weekend. Festivities will be coming up in about 2 weeks, and you do not want to miss a Jamaican explosion. And I could say this right now. So next week, I want everyone to tune in, because we'll have on Jamaican Explosion a very special guest, and his name is Papa San. And he is a reggae dancehall DJ that turned gospel rapper. And we will have him here for you here at Jamaican Explosion next week. So I want everybody just to get ready and tell a friend that next week on Jamaican Explosion, we'll have Mr. Papa San on to speak with us here on Jamaican Explosion. So you do not want to miss that show next week. Okay. Also, want to say a very special shout out going out to the Atlanta Jamaica Association, and we want to thank everyone that came out and supported the ball 2 Saturdays ago. Wonderful time we had with Mr. Roy Rayan. And of course, the SWAT band did an excellent job on that Saturday afternoon. There was a lot of festivities. Scholarships were given away to several different students, and everyone just had a grand time that evening. And the festivities, I know, continue within the area here. And next week, I'll give you a rundown on some of the things that are coming up for the Labor Day weekend and so forth. Yeah, so this is Pastor Rob on a Monday evening, saying it's good to have you here with us this evening. And you know, just a feature, since my other guest has a little problem getting on this evening. just to feature a little bit from one of my favorite artists that will be coming on to the International Evening of Praise. Her name is Miss Universe, and we're going to feature just a few of her songs today before we sign off this evening. I'm telling you, if you haven't heard this young lady, then you must make it a point of duty to get a tape, get a record or so. And before we even listen to her, we're going to listen to Mr. Why Not the Paul, who is also another artist that will be performing on the International Evening of Praise. And we're going to hear just a little sound from it, and then we're going to come back and hear another sound from Miss Universe, who will also be one of the featured artists on the International Evening of Praise. Okay, let's continue here.
Oh, yeah. Tell me why you wanna attack me when I'm sleeping. Such a shame for you to be so unfair. Tell you are weak and your presence is overbearing. That's why your life is always in despair. Yeah. Grant me faith to feed my soul, so the devil, he will never take control. Yes, and let me walk with the fire, the eternal flame that keeps us warm when we're cold. Tell me why you short my pay when I have worked for you so hard. Such a shame for you to draw those kind of cards. But you are cruel and your thoughts are overwhelming. Turn your eyes in the direction of the Lord. Grant me faith to feed my soul, so the devil will never, ever take control of it. Yes, and let me walk with the fire, the eternal flame that keeps us warm when we're cold. Oh, 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 ah, boy. Hey, once I was afraid to talk about it. Didn't know what I had, so I would doubt it. Now with all authority I shout it. Going after your word, 'cause I'm about it. El Shaddai, you bring joy to my life. El Shaddai, El Shaddai, you're the source of my life. Look what I found by surprise. Hail His Majesty and magnify His name. Honor and glory, Lord, you're holy. You're most holy in my arms. Nobody knows the secret of life, which is just to keep the commandments and not try to read your mind. Nobody knows the secret of life, which is just to keep the commandments and not try to read your mind. El Shaddai, you bring joy to my El Shaddai, El Shaddai, you're the source of our life. Look what I found by surprise. Hail His Majesty and magnify His name. Honor and glory, Lord, you're holy. You're most precious and divine.
Yes, indeed. The background sounds of none other than Mr. Wynot the Paul along with Universe, and they will be appearing at the International Evening of Praise on September 15th. So I want everyone just to make sure that you make it a date and that you actually come out and support this event right here. As we're going to lift up praises to the Lord that evening, we're going to praise Him in songs and dance. In all different kind of ways, any which way that you can praise Him, we'll be praising Him that evening. And we want to see, just like when they have the secular stuff out, we want to see the folks show up to praise that evening. Sometimes we gotta praise or have a spirit of praise in our community. We gotta bring down some blessing through the praises, and that's what we're gonna be doing that evening. On September 15th. It's Gwinnett International Church, along with Pastor Rob and Patamar Music, International Evening of Praise. And you definitely want to put that on your calendar. It's a Sunday evening. We get started at about 4 o'clock at Caribbean Life TV, and we'll be televising that videotaping that event to show back on another episode of Jamaican Explosion or Caribbean Live TV. So you definitely want to come out on that day. Be a part of the audience. Get yourself on cameras that evening. International Evening of Praise. Okay? Yes, indeed. Featuring many local artists within the area. Sometimes we have to big up our artists that are there. When I say local, that doesn't mean that they're not international. Mr. Rowan Clark is definitely an international artist that will be appearing on International Evening of Praise, and he is an international artist that just got signed to VP Records. So we'll have some quality artists there for you, as well as some up and coming artists from our Gwinnett International next level singers, and they have a whole different brand of singing a gospel, and you definitely don't want to miss these young sisters as they perform on that evening. Okay, this is Pastor Rob, and this has been and is Jamaican Explosion. Thank you for tuning in this evening, and we look forward to having you back with us next week again when we come back with another episode. I happen to know that our feature person for next week's show will be Mr. Papa San, coming out from all the way from Jamaica. We will be having Papa San on Jamaican Explosion next week, and he's going to be speaking to me about his change from his switch over from the secular artist that he was into the gospel artist that he now is. So I want to invite everyone back next week. Okay. Wow, that was quite an interesting show. Thank you, Mr. Anielo, for stopping by this evening. And thank you for all those that has tuned in and those that have come on in the chat. Looking forward to having you back with us again next week, okay? And this is Pastor Rob, okay? Remember now, you want to make it a date. You do not want to be late. You want to make sure that you have your tickets and everything that are everything is bought and ready. Your clothes. Make sure you get the good clothes out for September 15. The fancy clothes out, because we want to come out in style that evening and show folks that in the midst of everything that's going on, we can still take time out to praise the Lord, to glorify the Lord, to magnify the Lord, because you see, He is worthy. He's worthy to be praised. And I would say from the rising of the sun to the going down of the same. Yeah, this is Pastor Rob for you on the ones and twos this evening here in Jamaican Explosion. I hope you enjoyed the show this evening. I'm looking for a nice little piece from Miss Universe to end this program out with. And okay, we'll have a Jafia Wall with us next week, so she could tell us a little bit about her flag ministry. She was supposed to be on this evening, but we'll get her on next week. And until next week, this is Pastor Rob saying, love you. Glad you were able to join us with me this evening. Gospel reggae to end the show out with you this evening. To make an explosion here.
Sitting by the fireside, looking at the holes in the wall, waiting for noontime, expecting the rain to fall. Yeah. Well, I know the reason that they are there. I don't know, but they don't want to disappear. So the woman with the hammer, she has to work as a mama. Yeah. With expectation to complete the work. Oh, she has her God as her toolbox to fill the holes with dirt. Well, she knows the reason why they are there. Praying hard for those.
Until next week.
She is a woman with a hammer. She is work as a mama. She is a woman with a hammer. She must work as a mama.